Hi everyone, this is Leo here, and today I wanted to give you guys a tutorial on how to fix broken CC in your game. So I think we've all been there where you've got a perfect sim, you're creating them, and whether it be hair, lashes, nails, whatever CC you add to them, you find it, you go through them, and then you pick it, and boom, your sims look shiny and like they're covered in plastic wrap. Now, you're probably thinking you have to delete the CC and hope that the CC creator updated that piece of CC, but what if they didn't? I'll tell you what, you don't have to delete your CC. This tutorial is going to show you how to fix that without deleting your CC and without having to look for others. So first things first, you're just going to want to find that piece of CC that's making your sim shiny and you're going to want to put it on them. Now, some CC creators will add their name onto the thumbnail of their piece of CC. Sometimes it's just an initial, which no problem. That's where the second part of this tutorial will come in. But you're just going to want to have that on your sim before we save your sim. And if you have more than one piece of CC that's making them shiny, you may want to create separate outfits just so that way you can keep track of that. And then you're going to want to save your household to your library, not to the gallery, but to the library, so that way you can create a tray file. And with that, you're also going to want to name your CC or your sim after the bad CC that they have. So in this case, we have her already labeled as bad CC because I was going to use her for this tutorial, and I'm going to save household to my library. Now you're good to go ahead and hit play, and then you're going to want to save and exit your game, and I'll meet you guys on the next screen. So once you have your game saved and you're out of it, you are going to want to go ahead and download the Sims 4 Tray Importer, and you're also going to want to download Sims 4 Studio. Both these programs are going to be needed for this tutorial, and honestly, they're just really good programs to have if you play with CC a lot and you want to keep track of certain things, if you ever want to reference anything later on down the road. Now, I already have these installed on my computer. So once you get them installed, you are going to have to configure where your game folder is and where your CC folder is. I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys what I mean. So the Sims 4 Tray Importer is where you can see all of the items that you save to your library. So any rooms, houses, or lots, households are going to be saved here in the Sims 4 Tray Importer as well, or you're going to be able to see them here at least. Now, if it's your latest sim family or household that you just saved with the bad CC, you should be able to find them right here at the top. If not, feel free to use this search bar up here to go ahead and search for that sim family. But that's why we added bad CC there to make it easier to find. Now, once you have the Sims 4 Tray Importer open, like I said, you are going to want to make sure that it's set to find where your game folder and where your mods folder is by going here into settings, and then you're going to want to go over to game, and here it's going to have both your documents folder and your mods folder, or wherever your EA folder is located mapped. You're going to want to be sure that that's set because without that, it won't be able to actually find your tray files here. So now that we have that squared away, you're going to want to go ahead and go over to CC here in this tab. And then once it loads, you'll be able to see all of the CC that that sim is wearing at the time of you saving it. So again, in our case, we know the name of the creator, but if you don't, it's okay to go ahead and just click through the thumbnails here and you'll be able to see what the thumbnail of what they're wearing is, just to maybe jog your memory. Also, again, try looking for the name, but I know in cast, they don't always include their full names and you may not remember off the top of your head. In our case, it's going to be the nose ring that's giving us this error here. And we're just going to right click that piece of CC here in the Sims 4 Tray Importer, and we're going to select Show Containing Folder. And what this is going to do is open up the exact folder where you have that piece of CC saved in your mods folder. So if you look here, if I extend this all the way out, you can see from my home folder to documents, electronic arts, the Sims 4, mods. I have mine separated by creators if I have a certain amount of CC from them, and then XX Black Sims. Now, what we're going to want to do is open this file with Sims 4 Studio. I already have Sims 4 Studio set to open .package files since I have a lot of CC, and sometimes you can change out the swatches and that kind of thing. If not, that is fine. If it's not your default application for opening .package files, you're just going to want to right click it, and then you're going to want to select Open With. And then Sims 4 Studio will not pop up here automatically for you if you've never had it downloaded on your computer and this is your first time. You're going to want to select Choose Another App and then choose an app on your PC. And from here, you should be able to find where Sims 4 Studio is located. It should be in Program Files, Sims 4 Studio, and if we scroll all the way down here, you'll see the application for it. Just go ahead and highlight that and then hit Open. And then you're going to want to set this to always if you do use Sims 4 Studio for your .package files, unless you have any other games that may use those files. I'm not familiar with that, and if there are, you don't want to set that just in case. So now that we're in the Sims 4 Studio, you're going to want to be sure that you have this set to Studio here as well. And what this is going to do is it shows us the CC, how it would look on a sim. I'm not the best at navigating this, but we can see the thumbnail here. Now, you are also going to need a piece of CC that does not make your sim shiny. It doesn't matter if it's by the same creator, and it doesn't have to be the exact same category as well. So in this case, it's a nose ring, so that would be in a piercing category. I'm just going to open up this Mark Dreads custom content by XX Black Sims here. And all we're doing in this part of the tutorial is getting the correct specular map for our CC. So once you have your good CC open, what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to scroll down to texture here and then click where it says specular. And here we're going to select export. And what you're going to want to do is label it good specular. So if you see here, I've already done this in the past, but I'm just going to overwrite this folder or this file here by naming it good specular again. And then we're just going to hit save. We're not going to modify anything else. Now it's going to ask me if I want to replace it. I'm going to select yes. It's not going to ask you that since you don't already have this in your folder, wherever you're saving it to. So now that I've done that, it's opened up the folder where the specular mask now lives. Here, you can see I have a good specular.mask PNG file and then a regular good specular PNG file. We're just going to go ahead and minimize our File Explorer windows, and we're going to go back to the Sims 4 Studio with the bad CC, and we're going to go back down to Texture, and then Specular again, and this time we're going to select Import. And here where it says import, we're just going to grab the good specular.mas file. We're going to hit open and we're going to let that load. And if you can see, it now loads this specular map. And then we're going to hit import again and we're going to grab the good specular PNG file, the one that does not say good mask. And then we're going to hit open again. And now we're going to hit save. And this is going to overwrite that file in the Sims 4 mods folder, and it is going to save it at the correct specular map, and our sim is no longer going to be shiny. And I'll meet you guys back in game in cast so that way we can take a look at that. So, as you guys can see, she is no longer shiny, and she's still wearing the nose ring that we gave her. And if I go over to accessories, it's still highlighted. I can take it off, I can put it back on. She's not shiny, and I'll even show you guys in live mode how she's still not shiny. All right, guys, we are officially back in live mode. And as you guys can see, she is not shiny at all. This just goes to show you don't have to delete your CC when it starts glitching or you start getting shiny Sims after an update because you can fix it by just changing out the specular map. I wish I had this tutorial like years ago when I had to delete a crap ton of CC because of that, but now I don't have to, and hopefully you guys don't have to either. If you like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, or give me a follow, and more content will be coming soon. Bye!